Alright, let's see what Oda has for us today. Chapter 1167 of a peak. Ida's son. Alright. We got Nami's village. Got Nojiko. Been whitewashed in the anime recently. And then we have this guy. A cat is scolded for stealing a book. But Gen, and Nojiko aren't mad. I don't know where my boy went off to. I'm really getting into this 8D audio. I love that feeling of being enveloped in sound. I want to convert a room for it. 8D. Okay, so that's just like, what is that, a little bit more than like a surround sound? Alright. A post God Valley world. Hold on. Post God Valley world. 33 years ago. 5 years after God Valley. 5 years. Goddamn. Alright. I could have sworn pirates are approaching off the shore. Got Morgans. Ora Fukime. I'm looking at this guy's. This guy's like tattoos behind his ear, I assume. But there was something huge and shadowy emerging from the mist behind them. Huge and shadowy. I could have sworn pirates were approaching off the shore, but there was something huge and shadowy emerging from the mist behind them. The underwater prison impelled down. Everything just went kaboom after that. Our ship was in ruins before we knew it. We were nothing but fish food. Sure it wasn't a Sea King attack? No way, it was shaped like a human. Interesting. Don't tell me you were in the infamous waters of the Florian Triangle. Fat chance, we don't fish near that region. Everyone knows to avoid it. Anyway, that monstrous thing was definitely human-like. Oh shit. Are they talking? Is it Harald? Really? Okay. During this period, a rumor began to circulate among the Grand Line countries. They said a monster lurked deep in the foggy seas, targeting pirate crews. Huh. Interesting. The identity of that monster. Identity of that. I think that was a typo. The identity of that monster was none other than Harald. God damn, Harald. Few who sailed those waters had ever seen a giant with their own eyes, so to them he was nothing less than the very embodiment of fear. Damn. Imagine, like, you're on the Grand Line. You may have possibly heard of giants before, and the first time you see one, it's a fucking rocks Dizebek level giant who could just, like, casually just dole out some conqueror's hockey if he wanted to. That's crazy. And even if you didn't know any of that, just like that's just like the final boss right there that you just met by accident. That's crazy. Harald now worked in the shadows to back up the Navy as part of his atonement for the last thousands of years of history. God damn it, Harald. As a fucking bitch for the Marines. Meanwhile, the pirates who had gone their separate ways after God Valley continued to rise in prominence over the decade or so. Each of them would peak to become the defining face of their generation. The trio. Also, give me a second. And I'm back. It helps now that I have like a second screen, so I can at least every now and then look over at this side and see if there's anyone in the chat. Can I pop this out? Ah, I can. As if anybody's on this chat. Hey, somebody is on this chat. What's up? Anyway. Most of these pirates simply clashed over territory. Is that Ochoko? Did we see something happen to his face? However, one crew broke through all the others and achieved a feat long believed impossible. They circumnavigated the entire world. Our boys. With a possible... Is Gloriosa still with them? They were hailed as the crew of the Pirate King. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, they were hailed as the crew of the King of the Pirates, Gold Roger. Hell yeah, baby. The public execution of the captured Pirate King was meant to serve as a spectacle, a display of the world government's power. However, the world was plunged into even greater turmoil as countless souls set out in pursuit of the vast treasure Roger left behind. The One Piece, baby. Just looking at some of these other Roger pirates. Is that Gloriosa? Or no? Kind of looks like John, possibly. No one had anticipated the advent of the Great Pirate Era. Oh, the giant pirates, or not giant pirates, giant marines. Navy headquarters found itself caught off guard. As a result, more than 10 giants were drafted into the Marines from all over the world in an effort to consolidate strength. During this stretch of time, Harald waited on the Navy hand and foot. Did you see how huge he was? He's an ancient giant. I want to make him my slave. Oh, Harald. And that very year, he was finally granted formal permission to visit the Holy Land. A shallow sea contract? That is correct. Consider yourself the right hand of the God's Knights, God's Steel. It is a great honor. He's got the fucking mark. Bro, don't say it's a... Okay, I guess you have to grovel as much as you can, but dog. Fucking bootlicking ass. But damn, alright. God's Steel. So that's what they had designated. Wait. Yeah, so that's what but that's what they were designating the fucking Gunko way back when. She was God's Steel, right? Let me double check that really quick. Is it this one? No, that's before that. It is this. She's just a God's Steel devotee. Interesting. All right. Anyway, consider your hand. So the God's Steel, they are not necessarily world nobles. Although Gunko, we already know she's part of the Manmare family. So, interesting. So this is what Shamrock was about to offer Loki. Anyway, God still, it's a great honor. There are 3 levels of contract. The shallow sea contract is a more minor pact. The deep sea and the deep sea contracts are reserved for those who are to be bound fully to the true God. Only 13 individuals in the entire world receive that privilege. Huh? What do you mean by God? You will only come to know the greatest depths of this world on the day you fully become a knight of God. Wait. Hold on. 3 levels of contract, shallow sea. Then we got deep sea, and then we got the deep sea. Interesting. The whole thing like it keeps kind of reminding me to like the actual legend of Davy Jones, where he's like meant to be trapped at the bottom of the sea, like in Davy Jones' locker, quote unquote. So I don't know. We'll see. And the deep sea is that's something that they've talked about in the series before, right? Isn't that something like in like Fishman Island, that area? But anyway, you will only come to know the greatest depths of this world on the day you become a full knight of God. Could Elbaf become a member nation then? Naturally, Harald. At that point, the entire world would be clamoring to welcome you. I'm grateful for this opportunity to prove myself. Okay. Hey, look who it is. Fucking the bum. The Knight's Temple, Shangara, domain of the gods. Oh, so he's just trying to become a god's knight now? Oh, alright. Captain of the Knights of God, Figureland family, St. Garling. Fucking bum. Let's see. What feats are we about to see today, Garling? Is it going to be a woman, a slave? Is it going to be just somebody on his dying breath today? It'll be like maybe a bird or something. Alright. What is the Great One planning? You're going to obey us even though you're king of Elbaf? Look at that. We got a young Shamrock. Of course. Just say the word. We'll keep a long-distance transponder snail on hand and call if we have need of you. You'll be free to travel the surface world, but you are forbidden to speak of our dealings. Understood. Oh, Harald. And oh, Garling continuing to not do anything. Anything of note, rather. 20 years ago, okay. So we're, what, 33 years ago? Now we jumped to 20 years ago. Ryuga Kingdom, Fishman Island. Ho ho, barahaha. I haven't laughed this hard in a long time, Neptune. Me too, Paljamon. We both have our fair share of headaches, don't we? Shit. Does Harald know about Pluton? To be honest, I don't think your son is that bad deep down. Let's not forget what your youth was like. Wait, he's talking about Loki? Well, when you put it like that. I'm just being brutally honest. Anyway, did I tell you a fortune teller predicted I'd have a daughter in 4 years? When the time is right, Jamon. When the time is right, why don't we betroth Loki to my future daughter? Damn. Alright. Getting real ahead of yourself there, buddy. Brahaha. Now you're going too far. Cut it out. Hey, don't write her off so fast. She's not gonna be just any old mermaid. My daughter might well be born with a power no one else could ever hope to handle, Jamon. Well, now, that does sound like a perfect match. Let's have a toast. Interesting. Here's to the futures of my mischievous troublemaker and your little Mosa. Don't call her that thing. She won't be Shaggy. She's been She's been talking to, or Loki's been talking to Shirahoshi the entire time, and not fucking like crying, like constantly. That's okay. Sure, sure. That's crazy. If he's actually been talking to Shirahoshi this entire time. I wonder if they're gonna like it's just gonna be her voice, like when we finally hear it in the anime, or if they're gonna try to distort it somehow. I don't know. But that is interesting. Alright. That same year, Owl Library, Elbaf. Don't mention it. You're welcome to live freely here, Saul. Wait. Don't mention it. You're welcome to live freely here, Saul. Thanks a bunch. Actually, there's one thing I'd like to ask you. What is it? If we get a... Oh my god, hold on a second. Alright. Back to it. Don't mention it. You're welcome to live... Oh my god. Don't mention it. You're welcome to live freely here, Saul. Thanks a bunch. Actually, there's one thing I'd like to ask. What is it? If we get other learned folks on Elbaf to help, would you be willing to open a school here? A school, huh? That's a nice idea. 15 years ago. Okay, jumping a little bit ahead. A major incident occurred at the Holy Land of Marijua. My slaves are running away. The cells are broken. Hurry, or do you want to be their pet forever? Fisher Tiger, baby. Damn it, is that a God's Night? Yo. Alright, Oda. Patching up a little bit of, continuity, I guess. Because, yeah, we knew for the longest time that, Fisher Tiger invaded the Holy Land, and, at some point he had to have possibly encountered the God's Knights. And look at that. And looks like he encountered Shamrock. Ooh! Listen, the armory will be left unlocked for you. I'll tell you the location. What? Yeah. Wow. Oh. This is not Shamrock. Is that our boy? 15 years ago. That might be our boy. So wow, he really didn't even have to encounter the God's Knights, possibly. Listen, the armory will be left unlocked for you. I'll tell you the location. Yeah. Gunpowder. Hurry, big sis. Sandersonia. Our girls. There's someone out there. Someone fighting to free us from this hell. Hurry, Koala. You have to run. This attack on the Holy Land was carried out by Fisher Tiger. In the wake of this incident, he would go on to become captain of the Sun Pirates. Our boy. But I don't think he encountered Shamrock, though. Like, it didn't look like he actually, like, I think he was just breaking the chains, right? So yeah, I think that was just Shanks. Sounds like it was pretty rough. They say someone with the government. Oh yeah, they say someone with the government must have left the armory open for them. Now it's up to us to find the culprit. I can't wait to execute them. There's someone I want to introduce you to, Herald. His name is Shanks. Huh? Bro, Shanks is with the God's Knights? Bro. What, did he also come back to do the whole fucking God's... Wow. Shanks, you're really not helping the rat allegations right now, buddy. I mean, we knew that he came back to the Holy Land at some point when we knew that he had gotten rebranded like that, but like, did he spend time with the God's Knights as they were having their little native cleansing competitions? His name is Shanks. He's Shamrock's younger brother. They were separated a long time ago due to circumstances. He suffered many hardships in the surface world. If he were to form a deep sea contract, I believe he'd make a great asset on par with Shamrock. Interesting. But so maybe Shanks didn't spend much time with them. For the time being, however, he's been given the rank of God Steel, just like you. Okay, so it is a rank. Okay, sure. I know, I said the same thing when I first met Shamrock too, but I can't shake the feeling that I've met you before. Huh. I mean, I'm still trying to process whatever that. Like, I know I said the same thing when I first met Shamrock too, but I can't shake the feeling that I've met you before. Interesting. I don't know what you're talking about. You're just some giant commoner from the surface. Don't act so familiar with me. I was blessed from birth with Figureland blood in my veins. Have no doubt I'm going to become a knight of God before you. Guess I mistook you for someone else. Interesting. I'm assuming this is just Shanks acting like a dick for you know, like as a facade, but this is kind of this is really not helping the rat allegations, Shanks. Come on, Shamrock. I wish to deepen my knowledge of the Holy Land, and I shall apprehend that traitor to claim the credit I deserve. Are there any leads? Bro, look at the fucking fits and oh my god. Oh my god, they're hitting the poses, man. They're getting sexy with it. Jesus Christ, look at them. Godsteel devotee, Figureland family, Saint Shanks. That's crazy. Knight of God, Figureland family, Saint Shamrock. So Godsteel, I guess that's just like God's Knight prospect, if I were to guess. All right. Anyway, are there any leads? It can wait till your wounds are fully healed, Shanks. You cannot fathom the anguish of having the last 24 years of your life wasted. No wonder the rest of the world seems so alien to me. Hilarious. I hated everything down there. Okay. That same year, the fishing village on Elbaf. It's no good. My medical knowledge is too limited. Let's call it Harald and see if he can get us in touch with a more skilled doctor. Don't. He's got a lot on his plate now. What's the point of fostering a network with the world government if we don't use it? I can recover on my own. Ah, look at that. Classic anime mom. You keep saying that, but you're getting weaker by the day. You have to get better. Harald will be broken if you don't, you know. Mato, keep the tavern open. No way, can I... Wait, no way. How can I when you're this sick, Ida? Whenever Harald's home, he always goes straight to the elders and begs them to allow you two to legally marry. That fool, he knows I'm happy with my tavern. I enjoy befriending sailors from all over the world. Bro, who are these elders? Like, have we seen these people yet? It may not be much, but I feel like I'm helping Harald by doing that. Hey, foreign hag! Huh? What? Loki, cook up this meat for the old hag, will you? The tavern's my main hangout spot. I want her to reopen it. Alright, looks like we're getting closer and closer now to the, where the flashback started, because I'm pretty sure that's like the same hammer and stuff that we saw originally when this flashback was starting. Good grief, that troublemaker has grown out of hand. I'm glad you've been able to keep him in line. Even with Hyruden and his friends away and looking for a doctor, your boys really love you. Everyone's blowing this out of proportion. I'll be fine, but it does make me smile. Aw. Alright, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit for this. Elbath, Alcohol Village, hometown of Loki's birth mother. Hometown of, Eris? Huh? What did you say? We're talking about how utterly unbearable it'd be to let that foreign bitch worm... that foreign bitch worm her way into the royal family. You're with us, right, Loki? We're Estrid's relatives. Estrid, I said Eris first. Estrid, yeah. So what are these, like the elders or whatever, or the what kind of, I guess the quote unquote royals? All right. She was Harald's true wife. We can't let anyone have a claim on our inheritance. That's why I slipped her a dose of poison. This stuff is fatal. Her days are numbered. Damn, dude. Fuck this guy. Mato, we can't hold off on ringing Harald anymore. We may not be related by blood, but I see him the same way I do Hyruden. Loki is still my cute little son. Ah, Loki, hey! Ida isn't really gonna die, right? Oh, dude, you all fucked up. I still remember my birth mother. She hated me. She had thrown me into the realm of the dead. Yo, that's baller. Look at him choke the life out of this guy. Yeah, this guy deserved that. Who gives a shit about inheritance? Your whole family is nothing but trash. Now answer. Ida won't actually die, right? She's... I bet you must get pretty lonely, right, Loki? Wouldn't it be better to stay with us? The only mother I've ever known. Dude. Damn. By just some like random old folks. But what was Loki doing there? I'm wondering. Was he just like hanging around or just like trying to find out more about his birth mother? Poor Loki, man. Damn. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a little bit to cover. Yeah, this is a lot. But yeah, we are slowly getting to the point now, I think, of when this flashback started, right? Because this is, what is this? This is 15 years ago now, right? That same year. Mm, yeah, this is 15 years ago. And now, when we go back to when the flashback started, 14 years ago. Damn, dude. Getting closer and closer to this point. So we're about to probably learn about what this deep sea contract or this deep sea contract is. Like, goddamn, Harold. All right. And then we're about to also see this happen. So I guess they like that. At least Scopper maybe knows about Shanks's little like covert operation. We couldn't speak freely in the Holy Land, so I'm sure that was back when Shanks was putting on his little facade. Now we're both in this country. I really want to talk to him before it's too late. But yeah, he got his little deep sea contract right there. Interesting, interesting. I'm sure they'll explain more of it, like how those work later. But yeah, Shanks, you really aren't beating the allegation, the rat allegation. You kind of reignited the rat allegations, honestly. We've been thinking like this whole time that Shamrock was well, Jesus. We first thought it was Shanks, then we probably thought, oh, maybe it was Shamrock talking to the World Nobos way back when. I need to talk to you about a certain pirate. But honestly, it could have been either of them knowing this. So I don't know. It'll be fun to dissect this a little bit. But yeah, till next time.